How cute is Zane? They got me this mug with my logo sort of printed on it. It's freaking awesome. Right, today is Q&A day. I asked you to send in your questions via Instagram, so if you're not following me there already, head over to the gram and hit that follow button, and then you can stay in the loop for when we do the things. Also, if you're not subscribed to this channel yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like, I would really appreciate that. Let's grow this community here, and turn that bell on to stay in the loop for upcoming videos. Away. Oh man, and now the lighting is shifting and the camera's falling over. Like, what is going on today? Okay, first question. Why are you so adorable? Thank you, Peps. I don't try very hard, but it is what it is, eh? What's your best moment of 2022 so far? To be honest, outside the context of like worky things and this channel, I think I've been a lot more grounded in myself, and a lot of that is thanks to me being sober. I have now been sober for 6 months. That's half a year. I think this is the longest period that I have gone without drinking or smoking in my life, so I'm feeling really, really good about that's a flex for me. I'm sorry, I feel incredible about that. What exciting things are you working on that's new and still coming up? Love your content. Thank you, babes. I appreciate you. I actually just finished shooting for this mini documentary project that I'm working on, sort of. And it's around, love and stuff, which is really, really cute. And I know that doesn't sound really great, but it's gonna be very, very cool. So I'm sort of working on that. But then there's also this other huge thing that's happening that I can't talk about just yet because nothing around it is confirmed. So I can't spill the beans on it. But fingers crossed that comes through, because that is gonna be huge. 2022 is the year. Yeah, it's definitely the year. Would you be open to guest speak at the support group for Be True to Me? Yeah, of course, 100%. Yeah, slide into my DMs and we'll make it happen. I'd be very, very keen for that. That would be awesome. Gabe discussed dysphoria a few days back. Do you ever feel the same way now? If so, how do you deal? Okay, so Gabe is a friend of mine who sort of every week does his T-shirt live on Instagram. So I'm gonna put Gabe's details here somewhere. Go and follow Gabe. It's really, really an incredible sort of experience to watch Gabe do his T-shirt every week. Gabe has been doing the most with that, and then talks about all things trans around the experience and stuff. So go and follow Gabe. So in terms of dysphoria, that is something that I do experience, and it comes in waves, I guess. One of the things that I constantly have to remind myself is that it won't last forever, and that is a very comforting thought to me, that these states are sometimes, for the most part, temporary. And dysphoria is sometimes a really, really weird thing. For me, at least, my experience has been that it hasn't necessarily debilitated my life or my experience to such a degree that I can't function in the world, but it does definitely shape the way that I see things, or shifts the color spectrum of the lens through which I experience the world. And so sometimes that can be really, really difficult. I think I spent a lot of my younger years when I came out, I guess, in therapy and sort of dealing with mechanisms how to, I guess, cope with that. And one of the things was getting a support structure in place for myself. So I'm very, very lucky to have a partner who is incredibly supportive, and so I can lean on them when I'm feeling edgy about certain things, or when I'm not feeling great about myself. And so there is that level of support, but I think also more than that, there is a piece that I am starting to make with my body, with myself, with my identity, and sort of to a large degree placing less value in how the world perceives me and how that impacts me in a particular way, and also how to deal with that when it does impact me, particularly in relation to dysphoria, because sometimes that can be very, very ugly. And when you're feeling dysphoric and you have to be out in public in the world, that is not the best thing ever. But again, I have to remind myself that these it will pass, How is the dating if you are a trans girl or woman? it's really fine. I'm not gonna lie, like humans are sometimes really problematic and sometimes very transphobic and homophobic. But I think one of the things I learned very quickly is how to filter and sift through those people so that they don't, I guess, stay within my orbit. One of the things that I always do is that I'm so upfront and transparent about who I am and my identity and my transness specifically. So whenever I'm meeting somebody for the first time, it's like, and it's in that context where I guess I want to hook up with them or I want to date them or whatever, I'm always upfront about that. And that mitigates the future possibility of anybody being homophobic or transphobic. So I get to filter that or sift that out very early on, as opposed to somebody, I guess, happening upon it and then they're like, oh my god, but you were lying to me and now I feel so betrayed, which is also a problem. Trans people don't owe you an explanation for their identity. They don't have to tell you that they're trans. They're just human beings and you're a human being and you're coming together and it's a human being experience. Like, nobody's trying to lie or trick you. Like, we don't owe anybody any sort of explanation about who we are and why we are and how we are and all of the you know? Yes, so I've had problematic experiences before, but not so much anymore because, you know, you've got to surround yourself with like the right people. Hey Zoe, I'd like to ask if trans minors in South Africa can go on HRT. Okay, so for trans minors in South Africa, you need to be 16 years old in order to go on hormone replacement therapy, I think. So if you're younger than 16, you can be put on blockers up until you reach, I guess, what would be the age of maturity for you to be able to make a, I guess, what they deem as a life-altering decision about your body. So once you hit 16, then you are able to go on the desired hormone, so either estrogen or testosterone or whatever it is that you're wanting to, I guess, go on. But in principle, yes, if you are a minor in South Africa, you can access hormone replacement therapy provided that you are over the age of 16. If you are younger than that and you don't, I guess, want to go through a puberty and then try and, I guess, reverse that in a kind of way, you can be put on blockers up until such time that you, I guess, are able to do that on your own, if that makes sense. I think a lot of this process does require participation from your legal guardian or your parents, so you'll have to involve them in this process because you are a minor in South Africa. So I would double check that. So there is an organization in South Africa that specifically, I guess, caters to the needs of transgender youth in South Africa. So I'm going to drop their details in the description of this video, so go and check them out, their website, get in touch with them if you need additional resources and information around this. Like I said, Matimba is specifically set up to assist transgender youth in South Africa. So I hope that is helpful. Alright, my lovelies, thank you so much for your questions. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a thumbs up. That would be really great. And if you are not already subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn the bell on for notifications to stay in the loop for upcoming videos. And I'll see all of you in the next one. Ciao.